Hi, boys and girls. You like my balloons? I have them because in my story that I'm going to read today, just imagine, Jack is holding balloons. So I figured I'd get some balloons too. And this is a story about imagination. So let's get started, shall we? Just Imagine, a story about imagination and the power of persistence. Written by Sharon Giannini and illustrated by Christen Pratt. And this author wrote, "Dream big, then go after it. You can do anything you put your minds to. Just believe in yourself and work hard." Sharon Giannini. Rainy days are the best days for playing. Jack imagines the rain creates a puddle that grows into an ocean. He decides to go fishing and catches a large, colorful fish, but is careful not to bother the shark. The shark's fins make him think of his cardboard rocket ship. So he goes inside and imagines he's an astronaut. His rocket takes him up, up, up into the clouds until all he sees are stars. Jack is curious about the moon. So he lands and looks around. He can still see the bright greens and blues of the earth off in the distance. He has enjoyed his visit to the moon, but misses home, so he decides it is time to head back. On his way back through the fluffy, puffy clouds, he has the most wonderful idea. That night, when Jack's mom tucks him into bed, he tells her about his idea. "Mom, I want to taste the clouds," he declares. "That is very interesting, Jack. What do you think they taste like?" she asks him. "Cotton candy. They look just like cotton candy to me," Jack replies excitedly. "But how will I reach them?" Jack wonders aloud. "You are very creative and have such a big imagination. I'm sure you will think of something," his mom assures him. "You just need to believe in yourself, sweetie." Jack drifts into a sweet dream where he's holding onto a bunch of big, colorful balloons. The balloons lift him off the ground and carry him all the way up into the clouds. He jumps into a big pink cloud and lets go of the balloons. He stuffs all the fluffy clouds he can get into his pockets until they're about to burst. He breaks off a piece of cloud and holds it to his mouth. It feels so soft and breezy and gently tickles his face, which makes Jack giggle. Awakened from his giggles, Jack jumps out of bed. He is feeling excited. "Today will be the day I taste the clouds," he exclaims. Jack doesn't have any balloons, so he grabs a kite from his shed. The wind is so strong, it grabs the kite right out of his hand. "Oh no!" Jack gasps as the kite takes off without him. But Jack is determined. He carefully climbs the tallest ladder he can find. He stretches his arm as high as he can, but the clouds are still out of reach. "I will never get there." Jack slumps down in the grass and looks up at the sky. Jack notices some birds playing a game of tag. "I know," he exclaims. "I will just ask those birds for help." "Hello, birds. Can you help me reach the sky?" The birds ignore Jack and keep flying. He asked them again, even louder this time. "Excuse me, birds. Can you please help me reach the sky?" The birds laugh at Jack and squawk loudly. "Well, I guess I'm not going to get any help from those birds," Jack sniffles. He feels very sad. He doesn't think he will ever reach the clouds. Jack is about to give up when he remembers what his mom told him the night before. He remembers her telling him to use his imagination. Jack imagines he can fly. He soars up into the sky and flies with the birds. He flies straight up into a fluffy pink and blue cloud and rests his tired arms. Just as he is about to take a big, huge bite out of his tasty clouds, a sound from below pulls Jack out of his daydream, making the clouds around him disappear. His mom is calling him in for the night. The next morning, Jack is eager to finally taste these sweet, fluffy, lush clouds. He imagines himself to be taller and taller and taller until he's as tall as a giant. His arms and legs grow really long. He grows above his house and the trees. Now he can see his whole town from the sky. His eyes widen as he pokes his head into the clouds. Jack grabs a piece of soft pink cloud and tastes it. "Oh, wow!" he exclaims. "These are so tasty! I can't believe it! These clouds are so sweet and fluffy, just like I had imagined they'd be," Jack gasps, licking his fingers. Delighted, Jack decides it is time to go home. He stuffs his pockets full of fluffy clouds and begins to shrink down, getting smaller and smaller and smaller until he's back to his normal size. Jack takes his cotton candy clouds to his mom and shares them. Smiling, his mom takes a big, delicious bite. "These really do taste like cotton candy," she says. "I knew they would," Jack says with a huge smile on his face. "I believed in myself and didn't give up because when I use my imagination, no clouds will ever be too high." The end. Okay. This says, how many times did you spot Jack's little friend Lucky Puppy? What is he doing in each scene you find him in? Is he busy using his imagination too? Next time you pick up this book, see if you can find where the pup is. I think I spotted him. Here he is on the bed. So what did you think of the story? Did you like when Jack's balloons lifted him up, up, up into the sky, right? But his imagination allowed him to do the thing that he wanted to do, and one of them was taste those fluffy clouds that he said reminded him of cotton candy, right? So let's close out, flying high into the sky with our balloons, okay? I'll catch you learners next time in the learning zone. Woo! Bye, friends!